All right, lads, it's time we rank the Devil May Cry series.
Fuck yes, a true gamer's game.
Obviously, we must start with the OG Devil May Cry.
Hey, Tear, the game has shown its age in some places, but it is still a hell of a lot of fun to play to this date. Plus, the gothic atmosphere of this one makes my pee-pee hard. This one offered a truly challenging experience like no other. I still have flashbacks of trying to beat Nightmare in Dante Must Die mode.
The game is fun, but the challenge isn't fair. It was really annoying having to start the entire mission over once you run out of yellow orbs.
Skill issue.
Not now, Donald. But Joe, the game is only challenging for you because you stood in the corner half the time firing Ebony and Ivory repeatedly.
I can't help it. The enemies are scary.
Pussy!
Enough, Donald. I'm putting it in A tier, so let's move on. Next up is Devil May Cry 2.
I like this one. I was actually able to beat this one with just my guns.
Of course, the dementia-ridden noob likes Devil May Cry 2.
Shut the fuck up, Orangey. You and I both know Lucia is the most underrated waifu in DMC and has the best Dante design in the series.
You can't be serious, Joe. While yes, the design for Dante is one of the best, his personality is completely missing in this one.
Yeah, he's almost as sleepy as you, Sleepy Joe.
Ha 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 ha. Learn a new fucking joke for once.
Not only that, but combat is beyond watered down from the first one, and the lock-on system is an absolute joke. This game also features the most bland and recycled enemy variety in the entire series.
Come on, man. How could you forget about Bulwark and his Wolfie boys?
Barack, put in D tier and let's move on to the GOAT.
All right, D tier it is. Next up, Devil May Cry 3.
S tier, greatest game of all time. Who would have thought after the abomination that was DMC2 that Itsuno would bounce back and make this undisputed masterpiece? It's by far the best one in terms of story, dealing with themes of family and loss. Virgil is easily the greatest video game rival of all time, and the style system was a great way to add variety to the already deep-as-hell combat system.
Yes, the style system was great, but the lack of being able to switch styles mid-game did hinder the experience after DMC4 came out. Also, who bothers with the Quicksilver or Doppelganger styles after trying them out?
I like the gunslinger style.
Joe, there are more buttons on your controller than the square button.
Just put it in S tier already, Barack. This game also had the greatest boss battles to ever exist. Virgil being the pinnacle of all of your training throughout traversing the Teminigru.
Yes, there were some god-tier bosses, but there were some stinkers as well. Gigapede, Doppelganger, and Arkham were all lame as hell and were a chore to get through.
Nevin was an absolute babe, though. I wish I could sniff her hair without her sucking the soul out of me.
Wow, Sleepy, I thought she'd be too old for you.
DMC3 is going in high A for now. We'll decide if it goes into S after we get through all of this. All right, up next, DMC4.
C tier. The game is an unfinished mess that did our boy Dante dirty by just replaying Nero's levels and bosses, aside from the Savior, which was trash.
You have some valid points, Donald. But despite all of that, the game did have a lot to offer still. Being able to change styles mid-combo was a godsend, and Nero, while not being as deep as Dante did, still have some cool tricks with his Devil Bringer. I think it should go in B.
I like the dice mini-game.
Jesus Christ, put Grandpa to sleep.
Hey, fuck off, you orange pastry-looking sack of shit. I bet you would have grabbed Echidna by the pussy if given the chance.
No way in hell, Sleepy. Lady or bust.
All right, both of you shut the fuck up. It's going in B, and that's that.
Before we move on, are we going to discuss the anime?
No Joe, games only.
I would love to know what Sleepy thinks of Patty Lowell.
I'm sure you would, mister. I would date my daughter.
All right, time for the most divisive entry, the reboot DMC Devil May Cry.
F tier. This game and everything it stands for is an insult to the legacy of Devil May Cry. Those left-wing hacks at Ninja Theory wanted to tarnish the good names of Dante and Virgil.
Come on, Donald, it wasn't that bad. I'd honestly say it's pretty solid. Not as great as the previous Sans 2, but still a solid spectacle fighter in its own right.
I agree, Barack. Plus, the platforming was greatly improved over the main entries in the series.
You libtards have no clue what you are talking about.
Donald, did you even play the game?
No! And I don't have to recognize it's a steaming pile of shit.
Your handling of COVID was a steaming pile of shit. DMC was a damn good game. Put in an A. Obama.
Not so fast, Joe. It's solid enough in its own right, but the gameplay is not good enough as the priors to warrant that ranking. Also, how they handled the characters in the game is truly awful. It belongs in B tier.
B for bullshit.
All right, and last but not least, we have DMC5. I'm hoping we can at least all agree on this one.
Oh, definitely an easy S tier, Obama.
Agreed.
Wow, Joe, did you take your dementia pills or something? Because you are starting to talk some sense.
Glad we can at least all agree on this.
Oh, most definitely. Nero's Devil Breaker system was a much-needed addition to his repertoire to keep his combat from becoming boring. And V, while different, was fun in his own way.
I liked the part where Dante was dancing like Michael Jackson.
Of course you did, Joe. I bet you were also upset to learn Patty is 18 now.
Hey, fuck you, Epstein's Island.
Both of you shut the fuck up. I decided after thinking this list through that 3, despite my gripes with it, is so memorable that it must go in S as well, due to how iconic almost everything about that game is. But otherwise, here is our ranking, boys.
Fuck yeah! Off to face Virgil on Hell or Hell mode.
Hell yes, time to go shoot Trismagia some more.
All right, let's rock, boys.